Okay, I pulled one of my 52-inch wings down and made some modifications to it to make it a little more FPV friendly. And this is the one I'm going to be flying this weekend. I'll give you a quick rundown. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the way it came out. Basically what I have here is a regular 52-inch wing with a little fuselage, and I've got 3 or 4 other wings that I've done that on, and I know a couple other people have done that as well, just for storage basically. What I've got here is a 115 gram 1200 kV motor. I've got my 5.8 gigahertz video transmitter set in the wing there. And quick open up of this hatch right here. Inside here I've got, I know it's taboo, but I've got Spectrum AR7000 transmitter. Here's a satellite. A very tiny battery, 800 milliamp hour battery to power my video transmitter. Let's see, this closes up. Moving to the front, I've got an internal pod that just slides out. I'm going to do this one-handed. Right here. And I'll take my GPS off of there. We'll slide that pod out, and inside the pod I've got a 3000 milliamp hour LiPo. I can fit 2 in there. I've got my Cyclops OSD. This is the current sensor, and I've got my camera velcroed in the front. Basically this little pod slides in. I've got one battery cable to plug in, slides in, and that's all she wrote. Let's see. Probably can't do that single-handedly. But yeah, that just slides in there. And sorry for the glare. Let me get on this side. It came out pretty good. I think I flew this plane last weekend, and it flew really, really well. I've actually also, inside, I have a 72 megahertz receiver here, and the antenna runs through the wing and then out the tip right there. The reason I put the Spectrum gear in there is because, just for ease, all my other planes I'm going to be flying this weekend are 2.4 gigahertz, so I don't plan on going more than, you know, quarter mile, half mile. I'm just going to do some flying around the field with this. The other thing I've recently done is upgraded to an older radio. I've got a Spectrum DX6i, which I've been using for quite some time, 6-channel, 2.4 gigahertz, and I like it a lot. But I needed extra channels, so I purchased a JR10X. And I've been using that one for a year and a half, but it was a helicopter-only radio, and I could fly the planes with it, but it didn't have the mixes built into it, so I had to do custom mixing for anything I wanted to do regarding airplanes or sailplanes. So I decided to pick up this JR XP8103. This is a fairly old model radio, but I love it. It's got 72 megahertz with a module, and I've also got a Spectrum 2.4 gigahertz module, so I can fly both with it. I've got all the mixes I need for airplanes, helicopters, and sailplanes. 8 channels. The only thing I don't like about this radio is the programming on it is a lot like the DX7, and I'm not real crazy about the programming. It's a little more cumbersome to fool with, but I don't do that very often, so it works well. It's also a whole lot lighter than the JR10X was. The 10X was rubber and magnesium, a workhorse, but it was pretty heavy, and since I usually don't fly with the neck strap anymore, it's kind of difficult to hold the 10X and hand launch at the same time. This one's a little lighter. It's not built quite as tough as the 10X is, but it's a lot lighter. So, you know, I try to not slamming them around anyway, so I guess the magnesium case is not going to be that great for me. But anyway, yeah, here's my FPV wing, 52-inch. It's all scratch built. The wing itself is a Zagnutz wing. If you've never built one, they are really, really easy to build. They fly really, really well. Do a search on Google. You'll find some plans for that. I have a little fuselage added to the bottom, and I'm good to go. So I'm going to have some flight video for you this weekend. Oh, and I also upgraded my ground station with a powered video splitter, so now I can watch my FPV flight and record it on my laptop as well. So hopefully the OSD will be working well this weekend. After this weekend, I'll fly this around, and if everything goes good, the next step is I've still got my Tech FY31 autopilot, and I'll put that in here. There's tons of room. I'll fit that in here and see how well it works on a wing. I've never tried it on a wing. I've used it on my Skywalker quite a bit, but it's got a setting for flying wings, so I'll put it on there and we'll give it a try and see what happens.